I just scooped up a bucket of water from a dried up dirt pit, and somehow I got an infinite water source. Then I casually scattered a few seeds on the barren ground, and instantly got a mountain of food. That whole scene just happened to be seen by a passing boy named Little Stone. He thought he'd just run into an immortal from the heavens. He dropped to his knees. "Sir, please, save my mom." Seeing how devoted he was, I told him to go get a cow. After all, in Minecraft, milk clears every debuff. "Thank you, immortal sir. I'll bring a cow back for sure. Do you need anything else? Just call me Lynn. Do you have any string at home? I want to make a fishing rod." "No problem, I'll go get it right now." "But brother Lynn, the river nearby dried up a long time ago. Where are you gonna fish?" I glanced at the little puddle by my feet and smirked. "Relax, even if there are no fish here, I can still hook one." Little Stone said goodbye and sprinted all the way home. The second he walked in, the panicked old man beat him hard. "You little brat, not doing any work and running around outside? Your mom's dying and you don't even know it?" "Stop hitting me, I found a way to save mom." The air around them instantly froze. "Who told you that?" "Brother Lynn, in the woods by the mass grave. He said a cow could cure mom." After hearing that, old Lee wasn't happy at all. He looked even more hopeless. "There are no living people near the mass grave. You've clearly been bewitched." Little Stone's face turned bright red with panic. "Brother Lynn is a good person. He just wants me to bring a cow and some string." Old Lee wouldn't listen. He grabbed the family's last 2 geese, eyes full of resolve. "You're still young. You've got a long road ahead. I'll go deal with that monster myself. From now on, this family's on you." Meanwhile, I had just woken up on my wooden bed and felt stiff all over. I really needed to gather some wood and wool to craft an actual bed. Otherwise, my back was going to give out sooner or later. I walked to the door, tapped the air, and the wooden door opened on its own. Outside, the saplings I planted a few days ago had already grown into giant trees. I tapped the air a few times, and an axe from my inventory appeared in my hand. I swung the axe at the tree, and the logs went straight into my inventory. Then I heard Little Stone yelling from afar. "Bro, I brought the string!" But my dad was worried, so he came too. Old Lee looked up, and his pupils shook. Right beside the house was a golden field of fully grown rice. In a drought like this, how could crops possibly grow that well? He forced down his fear and walked up respectfully. "Mr. Lynn, my son offended you. Please accept these 2 geese as an apology. If you want to punish someone, punish me. Just please spare my son." I was totally confused. "Weren't you here to ask me to save someone? Why am I suddenly the villain?" Little Stone quickly stepped in to explain. "My dad thinks you're a man-eating monster. No matter what I say, he won't believe me." I laughed awkwardly. "Uncle Lee, I don't mean Little Stone any harm. I still mean it when I said I'd save your wife. Just bring her here with the cow." But seeing that old Lee still wasn't fully convinced, I came up with an idea. "Let me borrow these 2 geese for a quick experiment." Then I casually pulled up a few stalks of rice. "Brother Lynn, why'd you pull up the rice before it was ripe?" Little Stone looked at the rice I'd pulled up and felt awful. "It's fine, I need it for something else." Right in front of old Lee's stunned eyes, the seeds on the ground flew into my palm. The 2 geese instantly got excited. They stared hard at the seeds in my hand. I smiled and silently thought, "Feed." The next second, the 2 geese pressed right up against each other. In just 3 seconds, a fluffy baby goose popped into existence. No egg, no nothing. Old Lee's eyes were practically bulging out of his head. How is that even possible? Little Stone was so excited he couldn't even speak. "A monster could never do something like that!" Old Lee's mind went blank. His knees buckled and he dropped to the ground, bowing over and over. "I was blind. I mistook an immortal for a monster. Please forgive me, immortal lord." I hurried over to help him up. No, I'm not an immortal. I'm just an ordinary Steve." But obviously, old Lee had no idea what a Steve even was. He stayed on the ground and immediately yelled, "You brat! Kneel to the immortal!" I was completely helpless, so I quickly changed the subject. "Bring your wife over as soon as you can. Her condition can't wait. Tomorrow, we'll come tomorrow. The village chief has another cow. I'll go borrow it right now." "No need to buy one, just borrow it. My method won't hurt the cow." "Yes, Immortal Lynn." "And stop calling me Immortal Lynn. Just call me Steve." "Yes, Immortal Lynn." I sighed. "Fine, call me whatever you want." Old Lee hesitated for a moment, then spoke quickly. "I have one more request. You're alone in the mountains, and that can't be convenient. Could Little Stone stay by your side and serve you?" Little Stone immediately knelt down. "I'm willing to be your follower." I thought about it. With my system powers, food and shelter weren't a problem, but I was trapped in this mountain area by an invisible wall, and helping out a poor family like theirs felt fair enough. I smiled and waved my hand. No need to be my servant. Little Stone can just stay with me and help run errands. "Thank you, Immortal Lynn." After old Lee left with Little Stone, thanking me over and over, he finally let out a breath of relief. His wife could be saved, and his son had an immortal backing him. What a blessing. I placed the string and sticks onto the crafting table. A fishing rod was crafted instantly. Then I cast it straight into the little puddle. Before long, something bit. I reeled it in and saw it was a pufferfish. So as long as there's water, I really can fish. Maybe I can even pull up an enchanted book. I kept casting over and over, having a great time. Meanwhile, old Lee went to borrow a cow from the village chief, Lee Wanshan. Lee Wanshan stroked his beard, full of doubt. "You're saying there's an immortal in the mountains and he wants a cow? What is he, the cowherd or the supreme lord?" "Chief, you've got the only cow in the whole village. Please lend it to me for just 1 day. If I have to, I'll trade my family's field for it." "Old Lee, it's not that I won't lend it to you. I'm worried you're getting scammed." Lee Wanshan sighed, but finally gave in. "Fine, you can borrow the cow. But tomorrow I'm coming with you myself." After old Lee left, Lee Wanshan's face turned cold. He called over his son. "You heard all that too, right? It's obviously some scammer." Lee Kenshan nodded. He rolled up his sleeves, furious. "I don't care where that thug came from. He's got some nerve coming to Lee Village to scam people. Tomorrow morning, take some men and bring that fraud in." Lee Kenshan nodded, and the 2 of them worked out a plan. They were just waiting for morning to capture that so-called swindler. Late that night, old Lee's wife suddenly took a turn for the worse. Before dawn, someone pounded on the door. Lee Wanshan opened it and saw that it was Little Stone. "Grandpa Chief, my mom's burning up and talking nonsense. Please lend me the cow and take us to Brother Lynn. You still believe that scammer at a time like this?" I'm getting a doctor. We don't need a doctor, we just need the cow. Brother Lin really can save my mom. Your dad was already acting crazy, now you're going crazy too? Little Stone was on the verge of tears. With no other choice, Li Wanshan softened and led the cow out with him. Brother Lin from the old woods is still awake, he's fishing. Looking in that direction, he saw me sitting by a dry little puddle where not even a ripple could be seen. So he really is a fraud. Li Wanshan's heart sank. Then, right at that moment, something bizarre happened. I heard a splash and a huge fish nearly half a meter long got yanked up. Then it turned into a streak of light and went straight into my inventory. Li Wanshan's heart was pounding. This really is a godlike being. Brother Lin, we brought the cow, please save my mom. I turned around when I heard them and knew her condition had gotten worse. Don't panic, bring the cow over. As I said that, I dumped out all the water in the bucket. Such clean water just poured out like that. Li Wanshan watched it spill away and felt terrible. But saving her came first, so I didn't bother explaining. I raised the empty bucket toward the cow and focused. A stream of milky white milk instantly burst out. In the blink of an eye, the bucket was full. Li Wanshan froze on the spot, completely stunned. But that's a bull. I walked over to the puddle and scooped a bowl of fresh milk from the bucket. All right, let your wife drink this bowl and her condition should clear up. Old Li gently helped his wife sit up and lean against the ground. When the bowl touched her lips, the milk flowed into her mouth on its own. Then something miraculous happened.